on that note, just because I'm talking about Nunez, and I wanted to go through again like the number nines that are out there, that search for a number nine, and I had a little look at Nunez's stats. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I'm there. I'm watching him most of the time, and I know the sitters he's missed, and I know this season you could tell Slot didn't really trust him, and Nunez looked like he'd lost confidence in himself and kind of lost confidence in the path he was going on personally at Liverpool, and almost looked as if he felt as if his time was up, and it was in his head, and he wasn't too sure whether this was going to work for him. So I have had a little look at Nunez's stats. I think again, if we go all the way back to 2020, 2021, I mean Nunez at the moment, Nunez is 26. There's talks of Napoli being in for him. Totally can see that working, right? I can see that working. Playing under Antonio Conte, he's a bit of a chaotic player. Naples is a bit feels very chaotic and passionate, and Nunez feels like he would really suit that. Whether Liverpool are going to get the money that they would like to get for him, because we do know there was about a £70 million bid in January from Saudi for him, so they know that Saudi can maybe offer that money. It's whether Nunez wants to do it or not, and I hope he doesn't do that. I totally get why players are doing it, and the money is a bit life-changing, but Nunez has still got something to offer at the highest level and at the Champions League level, and I'd be really interested to see him at a team like Napoli. I think it would really, really suit him. So, again, he's 26, just turned end of June, so just a few days past. So there he is, 2021, right? Let's start there. He plays 29 games in the league in Portugal. He gets 6 goals and 10 assists. In total that season, he plays 44 games, gets 14 goals, 12 assists. So yeah, there's some double figures there. Again, I think high strikers should be hitting double figures in goals if you're of that high level. 21-22, he plays 28 games in the league, gets 26 goals, 4 assists. In total, he plays 41 games, 34 goals, and gets 4 assists. That season, Benfica play 10 in the Champions League, he gets 6 goals. So that's a good return there. He's hitting it in the Champions League. If we then go to 22-23, hold on a second. Where's his season 21-22 where he bangs in? Yeah, sorry, that was it that we just went through. So he gets 34 goals and 4 assists. So it's a lot of goals in that 21-22 season. Sorry, I thought I'd skipped something there and gone over it, but I had not. That's what these videos are about. They're not about being perfect. It's all about being on the spot. So then Liverpool then go and buy him for that fee. A fee plays a part. You know that's going to play a part in him. And he comes in, he plays 29 games in the first season on the Klopp. He gets 9 goals and 3 assists. In total, he plays 42 games. He gets 15 goals and 4 assists. So he's hitting double figures, and he's at 15, and that's not bad. Plays 8 Champions League games, gets 4 goals. So it's not a shocker of a season for that first season. It's not what you want for 80 million when he comes in, but he's still young, and we know how raw he is. And he's not really changed that. So yeah, big improvement here. He plays 36 games this season, gets 11 assists and 10 goals in the league. In total, he plays 54 games. He gets 18 goals and 15 assists. That season, we're in the Europa League. He plays 10 games, gets 5 goals and 1 assist. That's decent numbers, 18 and 15. I'm sure he could have had more in the games I remember watching, the likes against like Luton and sticks out of my head, but that's just what you get with Nunez. It's just rash, it's chaotic, and it felt... I thought when we signed Nunez, right, like, Haaland is out there as kind of the number 9 that's kicking around there. I mean, if we have a little look at them, Haaland we know for sure. You've got like Harry Kane at Bayern Munich, you've got Lewandowski at Barcelona. Real Madrid don't really have a 9. Osimhen at Napoli potentially, or Liverpool maybe looking to see if they could do something there and get Osimhen. He's someone I've not got up here, but I think we should maybe pull his stats up and have a look at him. You got Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan. We've got Isaac, who I want to get into, like Højlund, Gyökeres. So like the number 9s are hard to come by, and when we signed Nunez, it was that kind of comparison straight away of him against Erling Haaland, like it is going to be this season with Florian Wirtz against Ryan Cherky, right? It's just what everyone's going to do. The media is going to paint it that way. One costs a lot of money, or in that case, Nunez costs more than Haaland, and you're going to compare them, right? So that's not shocking for that season, but he was so wrong when we signed him. I just felt like, I don't know how many managers out there can like harness Darwin Nunez. Jurgen Klopp, I think, was one, which is what we've seen there in that second season when he gets a hold of him a bit and he gets 18 goals and 15 assists. I think he can harness him and get him fired up and get him pumped up. Arne Slot's not that type of guy, and just where Liverpool are at right now, it's really about winning, and it's not I don't think the focus for Liverpool in the next 3 years is going to be a lot on giving time to people to develop. It's going to be about sure things and staying at this level. That's going to be the goal. So it's just Slot just wasn't really for Nunez, that type of guy. And by the way, fair enough with the chances he misses and how frustrating he can be. Also, right? Don't get me wrong. And there was a lot of times Slot called him out this season on like he's fine with the missing chances, but then he kind of just disappears and there's no work rate, and you're almost playing with a player down, and you can't have that. And you can see that this season. He plays 30 games, not a lot of them are starts. 5 goals, 3 assists in the league, and totally plays 47 games. He gets 7 goals and 7 assists. So I know his minutes are a little bit down. You can see his minutes there that he gets. So yeah, I mean it's a dip, and you can see it there, but not shocking. And again, he's probably in the same. He's in the same boat as like Gyökeres and Sesko. Like he's not done that shockingly bad that anyone that thinks he goes somewhere else, he might not explode and do very well. But again, as a club, are you taking? Are you risking 60 plus million for him? Maybe 50 plus million if you're going down a little bit there. At 26, you've probably got, if we say 30 is about the cut off when you can maybe sell someone back on for a bit of value. You've got 4 more years of him. So he is a very, very interesting one, and wherever Nunez ends up, I hope it works out for him. And I don't know, I don't see a world in where he's still at Liverpool in the summer, but you do never know.